Right, so I thought I would introduce you to what is the next project after the VFR 750. It's not the project that I've been hiding from you for quite a while. That's still going to happen, but it's slightly delayed because I've got to insert this other semi-refurbishment project really. But it's a very interesting one, and I think it'll be quite an interesting journey with this next thing. I've got to get the VFR finished first, so that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to get that out of the workshop. I'm hoping that maybe by February I could have that out and MOT'd, and then I could start on this sort of mini project in a sense. But I won't really know what that's going to grow into until I get to it. Just to give you a bit of background, I was looking at buying a particular bike again for doing two-up touring, because I just felt that the NC 750 wasn't really going to be suitable. And there was one bike that I've had a couple of times in my life that my partner loves and just feels so secure on it that I really felt I had to get another one. Now, the reason that I didn't hold on to the ones I had one in 2010, I owned that for 4 years. I had another one in 2017, which I didn't own for very long. So when I got rid of the last one, it was due to medical reasons, and I'd been fresh out the back of having my chest split open for an operation, and I just couldn't cope with the weight basically, and that was 2 years after I'd had the op. And it was just too much for me. So in the end, I let it go. But there's been sort of 8 years since then. I've gotten a bit stronger since then. Although I still do struggle with heavy bikes from, if I use them daily, it's still a bit too much for me. Hence why the 750 here is the perfect bike for daily commutes. So I'd kind of done my day with big bikes, but I still had a hankering after this particular bike, mainly because of what it could do, and mainly because I knew it's the one bike that I could get ironing to get back on the back of. So I was looking at buying one at about $6,000, and I opted against that because I felt it was too much money for what they were basically wanting a bit. And then I did look at something that was a couple of grand cheaper, but same thing. I got to the stage where I thought, I just can't stomach spending, too much money on another bike. And then I got the idea of, well, what if I look for a project? What if I look for it as a project? And to be honest with you, when I started looking, when I got that idea, I really thought it's probably next to impossible that I'll find something, but let's leave it out there and let's see what happens. And not had I long had that idea when I came across something that was ideal. And with a bit of haggling and a bit of going back and forward, I did a deal. So I did a bit of haggling and I got the bike for a cracking price. Now, I still had to factor in getting it because it was way down the other side of Britain. So all in, once I had paid for the delivery, I had spent about just a touch over £1,500 to buy this bike. Now, some might think high risk because it is actually quite a high mileage bike. But when you look at it, was in fact a one owner bike owned from this chap who was actually a serving police officer. He was retired, but he had been a serving police officer. That was his professional job. He bought the bike because he'd obviously been riding them in the force, liked it, and bought himself one. And it has been meticulously maintained throughout its life, and I'm going to briefly show you some of that. I don't want to give any details away on anything to do with the chap, but he'd basically got to the stage where it was ready to go. He was ready to sell it, but it has been serviced to the hilt. It really has been serviced to the hilt. And I took the gamble and I got it brought up a couple of weeks ago, and it's been here about 3 weeks now. every Saturday I tend to go out and just give it a wee fire up and make sure it starts no problem. I've had it on the battery tender. So let me introduce you to what is the next project and why I got it cheaper and why there's a few things I'll need to sort out. Anyway, let me take you there. Right, so here we go. An ST1300. It's a 2004 model. Right, so here we are. The bike has done just over 90,000 miles. It's not in bad condition at all for the mileage. It needs the seat sorted out. It's got a few rips on the seat either side. I can't really give you a really detailed look at it because it's tucked in the side of my garage. The fork legs is painted and it's pretty crap really, so I'm going to get those sorted out. But overall the condition of the bike is really quite fantastic. For 20 years old, 90,000 miles. As I say, its service record speaks for itself. It's never missed a service in those miles. The guy really looked after it. It's had a new centre stand recently. It's got all its luggage, and the luggage is all in good order, all in good condition. There isn't really very much. There's a bit of mortalin sort of on the alloy here, but that could be cleaned up. There could be worst case scenario, I could get that, I could repaint that. But overall, its condition is really quite amazing. So let's just have a wee look about it. I mean, these are the worst parts if you look inside, the bits that are hidden away. And then can we go underneath? And it's not too. So as you can see, it's not in bad condition at all. I've seen ones with a lot less miles. So overall, it is in fabulous condition for its age. Remembering that it's 20 years old, 90,000 miles. Now, what attracted me to the bike was its history. I'm not going to run it for long because I'm in an enclosed garage. It's quite up close against the wall. Keys getting a bit caught there. Right. So you'll see the mileage. 90,810 miles. So as you can see, it starts no problem. It sounds as good as any fan I've had in the past. It really is superb under engineered. I think it's had the valves maybe done 2 or 3 times, maybe twice at least in the book. Aye, so there you go. Now, one of the things it needs done is the slave clutch cylinder. The master cylinder clutch was replaced, but the slave clutch cylinder needs done. So I think after 5, 6, 7, 8 miles, the clutch becomes a problem. But that was up, on the advert when it was being sold. I've already got a replacement clutch cylinder for it, brand new one. And the idea being that I'm going to just swap those over, and then I'll repair the old one in case I ever need it in the future. Now, the idea of this bike is long term. The idea of this bike is, here's a bike that's done 90,000 miles. Here's a bike that's been properly serviced and well looked after. And you can see by its condition, it's not a wreck. It's a nice bike. And what I would like to do is I would like to see how far I can take this bike. I'd like to sort of record the second half of its life. It's had a great first life with its first owner. He's looked after it really well. He's loved the bike. He was real torn about selling it. He was having difficulty, I think, getting a decent price for the bike just because of the mileage, I think, to be honest with you. I mean, most of these pans you'll see will go for maybe 2.5 upwards. Very few are under 2.5 grand. So it has got a bit of miles on it, but these bikes, if they're looked after, they can do that again. For this bike, it's half time only, and maybe not even half time. It's quite well up to doing extra time. So I'm confident that with the right maintenance schedule being carried forward, that this bike will carry on and could do 90,000 miles again. That's a lot of motorcycling. It's way outside my life. I don't think I'll ever see that. So the idea being that I'm going to fix it up and I'm going to sort it out to put on the road. It was MOT'd last year. He believes it would just go through an MOT again. It's just the clutch issue needs sorted, but that wouldn't stop it getting an MOT. So the idea is I get this VFR 750 out of the workshop. That was getting a sort of medium refurbishment. That's still going on, obviously. And what I'll do with this bike is I will sort out the clutch cylinder. I will sort out the front forks and get them looking a bit better. There's the mudguard might need some addressing as well where it's fitted. The seat needs sorted out. And just a bit of general going over and cleaning it up. Because other than that, it's had new discs, new brake pads. It's you know, if I go through the service book, you know, it's got this fantastic folder, you know, that is just full. I mean, I've got these pages, these sleeves are stacked full of receipts. Right, its whole life has been recorded. You know, it's absolutely amazing. And like I say, with the service book, it's got so many stamps in it. It's got the original owner's card, and then if you get to the service items, service part of the book, I'm trying to not give away any information just out of privacy, but it's got, you know, it's got a service at 32, 63, 11,000, 17,000. 24,000, 28,000, 32,000, 38,000, 42,000, 48, 55, 64, 70,000, 79, 87, 90,000 is the last service I had, which is not that long ago, and that was in 2020, and then he put it off the road for a few years, two or 3 years I think. And then he got it re-MOT'd and serviced again at 90,776 miles. So I had a service done in 2020 with 90,772 miles, and then because he had it off the road for 3 years, say, he did another service in 2024 at 90,776 miles, and he got an MOT at that point, and the MOT only ran out this year. So it's really, well, what more could you ask for? What more could you ask for on a bike in its history? Getting that kind of, kind of treatment. It's amazing. The chap has done a fantastic job of keeping this bike on the road. And keeping it, I have to say, in very good condition. Okay, it's showing its age in a few places. There is a few bits that need to be tidied up. But I think at the back end of this, I'm going to have a fantastic bike. And I hope to do some trips on it, and I hope to get Eileen out on it and get some trips done with Eileen. I'm chuffed to bits with it, you know, for including the transport. I think that just over £1,500, I think, is a bargain for this. Time will tell, but I think it's... The beauty of it is that I've got the bike I wanted. I've got a touring bike that I wanted. It's for occasional use, so I'm not worried too much about it being too heavy for me. It's a bike I love. I love V4s anyway, as I've always rattled on about. It's got its own characteristics, just like the VFR 750. It's got its own unique whine. And it's just a bike that I've always loved. I think this was one of Honda's finest bikes ever. So I'm just looking forward to carrying on what I see as the second half of its life. I feel like I've become the custodian of this bike that hopefully I'll take to 100,000 miles and beyond. And along the way, record the journey and let you see that, you know, we live in a society now where we tend to get And I've been guilty of this myself, where we tend to think if a bike's got 30,000 miles on it, should I buy that? You know what? If bikes are well looked after, there's so many super bargains out there that you can buy, for really sweetie money, and have a hell of a lot of motorcycle for it. So I'm really chuffed with this. It's a great find, and when I consider that I was thinking about spending maybe about £6,000 on a bike that was only 4 years newer than this. Granted, it only had 20,000 miles on the clock, but I don't think it was really much behind this in condition. And certainly the engine, to me, on this sounds perfect. And with that kind of maintenance, it's no surprise, really. It's going to be an interesting one, this, an interesting story, an interesting journey to take you on, that, you can spend your money on these old bikes confidently. You can get a life with them. And I'm looking forward to trying to see if that works out for me. And along the way, the other beauty of it is it's another bike that I can take into my workshop, that I can work on, that I can service, that I can fix all the little bits that need to be fixed. The clutch, for instance, is a job I'm going to have to do. It's all part of why I invested in my workshop, because after years and years and years of spending money on new bikes and throwing a fortune away, I knew that I wanted to make sure that when I retired, I had a workshop that I could dabble away with older bikes, because by then I wouldn't have the income, I wouldn't have the affordability of new bikes. And I wanted to go back to my roots, and slowly but surely that's what I've been doing. And this is just such a perfect candidate for that kind of lifestyle. And it's going to fulfill the touring role. And it's going to take it on a great journey. I mean, it's going to be great to talk about this bike that's got all these miles. Let's see where it goes. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, I'm probably not going to get near it until about February, because I need to get on with the VFR and get that finished. And it is making progress. I am making some progress with that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed that. I just thought it was time to uncover this one. Over to the right is still the secret project bike. And again, that's going to be pushed back a bit longer now. But hopefully next year that will come in the workshop. That'll be what I'll be talking about this time next year. That's the plan. Anyway, thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Take care. Bye.